So I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie in theaters recently, and I thought I'd give my first impressions of it as a self-proclaimed Mario fan. Even though I haven't played every single game ever made, I've played most of them. I would consider myself, as I said, a fan. Uh, and the first impression is that it's good. It's a good movie. They did a good job. They definitely did a good job adapting the source material. Is like the best thing I can say about the movie. If you wanted to explain the power-ups in a Mario game, you could take someone to this movie, and they would understand how the power-ups work, which is pretty incredible, all things considered. They managed to make it an enjoyable film while still doing something like that, I think. I think that's probably the film's best aspect, is that it is a very faithful adaptation in the most literal sense, is that it is a very good adaptation of the games. Um, in terms of the story, it's also a good adaptation because the story really isn't there. There's not a lot of substance, I would say. I would say that's the main drawback of the film, is that there's not a lot of substance. To use a food metaphor, I would say that it's sort of like one of those Tootsie Pops, except there's like nothing in the center. It's all just the really sugary outside, which is fine. I would still eat that lollipop because I like sugary things, but it's just there's like nothing. There's nothing in the middle. It's just sugar all the way through, which is fine. It doesn't try to be more than that. It's not like a transformative experience. I don't think it necessarily needed to be, but it would have been nice if there's a little bit more to it than just Super Mario Brothers adapted to film, you know? Uh, in terms of the characters and their voices, I would say, obviously, this is something that's been talked about many times over now, but Jack Black as Bowser is the best performance. I wouldn't say he carries the movie because he's not in it that much, but definitely the best performance here. Chris Pratt is fine. Whoever voiced Peach, I can't remember, she's fine. The guy who voices Toad is fine. Charlie Day's Luigi is also a very good. I thought he did better than fine. He was definitely a highlight. I would have liked Luigi to appear more. I think that's a definite criticism I have of the film, is that Luigi wasn't really in it. He kind of gets captured and he's just off screen for a lot of the time, which kind of sucks. I wanted a little bit more Luigi in there, you know. Yeah, but as far the only performance I would say is outright bad is Cranky Kong. I don't know what was happening there. I don't know if that's the direction or just the actor is just bad. But that wasn't a good voice acting job. That was bad. That wasn't good. That took me out of it. I was like, what is he trying to do here? You know, it's not. That wasn't good. Another really, probably one of the two, pretty much two best things about the film were the visuals and the music, except for the licensed music, which wasn't good. But all the original songs, of course, that were adapted from all the music in the games, that was very good. That was very good. There's a lot of different songs they used, and the way they incorporated them and orchestrated it all was very good, I thought. And then the visuals are just, you know, it's a major animated film from one of the major studios, so that, of course, that means it's just a very, very pretty film. Very pretty film. Just in terms of colors and the way everything looked. Of course, the other thing about this movie is that there are tons of references and such in the background. Just tons and tons of stuff. If you're a Mario fan, then it's like every frame is very very dense with information. Just as a whole, the film looks very good, and the character designs are also very well done. They're changed a bit from the games, just sort of, they had to do that to adapt to things. I thought they did a very good job with that. Clearly, Nintendo had a hands-on role in making sure that everything looked good, looked the way they wanted it to look, and they did a very good job with that. It's just a very pretty movie. I would say if I had the one main criticism I have, besides the whole film kind of not really having a story and being a little bit on the shallower side, is it goes so fast. Like, the pacing is just, again, it's a kids film, so it's gotta keep that attention span. but it just goes so fast, especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning. It just doesn't breathe. It's like I just wish it just had time to just sit down. It's like, relax, man. Just calm down a little bit, especially in that first half. It's like Mario gets to the Mushroom Kingdom and we just go and go and go, and it's like just breathe just for a second. That has to be my main big criticism of the movie, is that it just, the pacing in that first half is just a little bit too much for me. It's like, you can just slow down. It's okay, man. I know you gotta appeal to the kids, but it's like, jeez Louise. Also, yeah, just a little bit too fast for me in that beginning. Uh, Again, I know I talked about this already, but so yeah, that's what I thought of it. You know, it could have been worse. That sounds really bad for me to say, but it really could have been horrible, especially given Illumination's track record with things like the Minions movie or whatever. It could have been just disposable kid nothingness, and I think it does achieve a little bit higher than that. There is clearly a lot of work and a lot of love put into this movie. Clearly, the people who worked on it know Mario and they like Mario stuff, and that's probably the film's best aspect, is that it's just, yeah, the people who made it care. That's the thing with adaptations, I think, is that there's always that uh, that aspect of, did the people making this care about the thing that they're trying to adapt? And clearly they did. They very much did. And that's always just nice to see. And it's just nice to see Mario on the big screen. As a Mario fan, it's just like, yeah, it's a big deal. It's important, you know. That's just nice. Uh, so yeah. I know I talked about it a little before. I'm going out of order here. But just again, Jack Black as Bowser is really the highlight, just clearly the highlight of this movie. He, again, it's just that aspect of him caring. Like, he really cared. He's just a great performer in this. It should be said. I also think the finale of the movie, like the final fight, was also really good. I just like the way Bowser was portrayed there. That's just good. You know, it's a good movie. It's okay. It's not horrible. It's not annoying. That's the other thing too, is that I feel like it sort of manages to dodge a lot of annoying kid movie tropes or jokes. Like, there isn't, as far as I can tell, there's not like any like poop jokes or things like that. You know, it's not completely juvenile humor in that sense. So that's good. It's not insulting. Yeah. You know, like I said, I think they did a good job. I think clearly people working on the movie cared, and that's what it needed the most, and that's what it got right the most. You know. So yeah, those are my first impressions of the movie. So bye.